Last year, in March 2018, I bought a new bicycle that is. It's my first new bike in 15 years and it's a Ghost Square Cross 6.8.
It's a Ghost Square Cross 6.8.
Yes, I just said that.
Oh, okay, then you can continue on.
Here in the US, REI is the exclusive distributor for Ghost bikes. This is the XL size and I ordered it after test riding a smaller frame size at one of their retail locations. I have been riding bikes for a very long time, but I have never been a hardcore enthusiast. For me, bikes were mostly a way of transportation and something that stands for itself. So I'm not looking for a super light frame or the latest technology and components. No, I'm looking for something that feels right and rides nice and, quite honestly, for something that looks good. The Ghost Square Cross ticks all these boxes for me. The Square Cross is considered a hybrid. Between what? I'm not exactly sure. It has front suspension with 60 mm of travel and no suspension in the back. On the street and even on rough ones, I ride with the suspension locked as it gives a nicer, snappier feel and it makes riding way more effortless. With the dial on top of the forks, the suspension, the dampening part, can be adjusted on the fly and in its softest setting, it's, well, really soft. This is for sure not a mountain bike with any serious downhill capabilities, but it can be taken on gravel roads and a little beyond without issues. The REI website says that the tires are 42-622. In reality, they are 700-40C, which might be the same as 42-622. The different bike tire measuring systems can be confusing and I'm not here to clear anything up. But I can say that they are much wider than what a typical road bike usually has, which makes the ride really smooth and in my opinion makes up for the added weight and rolling resistance of wider tires. And after all, I want to ride the bike to exercise, so a little more effort for some extra comfort is not a bad thing. The cassette in the back goes all the way up to 11, driven by a SRAM NX derailleur. In the front there's only a single sprocket and therefore no derailleur needed. At first I thought this 1x drivetrain was a little bit weird, but then I realized that even with multiple gears in the front, some of the gear ratios that can be selected between front and back do overlap quite a bit. On a 2 or 3x drivetrain, the front gear teeth are somewhat spiky. They need to allow the chain to move over when shifting and they need to hold onto it when in gear. On a 1x, the teeth are more stubby and designed to hold onto the chain better. They don't need to allow for any shifting motion. This makes the chain less likely to get dropped. Anyway, for me, there isn't really a downside to a 1x drivetrain. However, on this particular one, I think it could be geared up a little higher with the larger sprocket in the front. This would allow for a little more speed on long downhill sections. Overall, I'd say the gear ratios are more aimed at low speed uphill sections than fast straights or even downhill. But 95% of the time they let me find a gear that is comfortable to ride in. Brakes are all hydraulic. I didn't even know hydraulic brakes existed on bicycles. They are awesome and so much better than any other brake system I ever had on any other bike. The disc brakes are easy to adjust and have quite a bite, wet or dry. And they are easy to modulate. They can for sure lock the wheel, but it is also very easy to stop hard safely without a locked wheel. Overall, I really like this bike. It is very fun to ride and very comfortable even on rough roads. The seating position is relatively upright, maybe not the most economical riding position, but I'm not going for a world speed record. It should really come with a kickstand though as standard. This bike can be a great daily ride and commuter bike, and a kickstand is a must-have in my opinion. I added this Diamondback stand that fits the factory mounting points perfectly. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.